Hey, good evening, Augusta Nation, and thank you for joining me on my ride home. The Monday morning meeting, it did not go as well with my gizmo. For whatever reason, it's out of balance with, it's probably my new phone and the phone case, but it'll be shooting just fine and twirl around, and I just decided to abandon the shoot for the Monday morning meeting just because I didn't want to delay my guys, and it was kind of distracting. So I did not have the Monday morning meeting for y'all. I apologize. And then as far as today, I'm just gonna do a quick update. As far as, it's December. It is the slow season for Georgia in this area. No more grass is being cut, and we've got leaf cleanups. The projects have slowed down, and we're just kind of down to, we've laid off a couple of guys. So we are down to 4 team members on maintenance. We've got Jesse Carter, the manager for turf treatment, and then our newest hire, we moved, you should call it a promotion, as far as, or it's just a lateral move, going from maintenance to chemical treatment, as Cody Edenroth. So that is one of the really cool things that we offer. I think that kind of differentiates from most of the companies, is we have a dedicated treatment division, as well as mowing, maintenance, and things like that. So most companies that do treatments and are trying to scale that side, at least here in Augusta, Georgia, do not offer mowing or maintenance services. So it's really cool. The team can come in, as a maintenance employee, be mowing grass, and, kind of get interested in the chemical side of things. Not to say that job isn't hard, and, it's not a hard job or anything like that. It's just, I've done both of them, and from my opinion, it's less labor intensive. It does require learning a new skill and, being aware of what you're spraying, a little bit of math, but you can go from doing maintenance to doing treatment and make more money. So I'm glad we offer that. I'm really looking forward to growing that division. And, but as far as, the workload, as far as production, it's kind of slowing, but as far as what we have going on, I've mentioned before, my wife's also an entrepreneur. She just got into her first full year in her bakery, Sendless Sweets. So it's a sugar-free, keto-friendly bakery, and we're doing the build-out right now. She's got a food truck on the road, and right now she does all of the baking with a cottage food license at our home. So looking to open up hopefully before Christmas, if not shortly after. So we got that going on, and getting everything ready for next year. We're adding a location at Augusta. So, forming the LLC, adding a new CRM for the North Augusta location, handling a whole lot of, I guess it's just structure and systems, and getting ready for the purchasing for next year. So it's really, the work kind of changes a little bit, but it never really slows down. The daylight gets shorter, but the days are still just as long for Jeremy and myself. And I love it. You're finally seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, because I can remember and I'll share this in a video, but I had come across a document, and I was looking for something in a Google Docs today. And I came across a document 2 years ago. It was actually July 20th, 2019. So about 2.5 years ago. And it took me back, I read the note, read the letter. It was, I remember where I was at the time, my headspace, and I was fairly fed up with the business as far as landscaping. I was having an extreme difficult time getting to profitability. I was having a real hard time finding team members, and I had this, anything I do, as far as, that's what I love about business, is the scalability of it. Now, it's not easy to scale, and I've had a hard time. I've had some failures along the way with businesses that I've had, but what keeps the hope alive and what I'm really drawn to is scalability. And, anything I do, or, I can be, just enjoying myself and see an idea for a business, or or think about a business, and I immediately think about the scalability. Like, okay, how big can this thing get? And I was, at the time, July 2019, I was super fed up with landscaping. I had been trying my hand at it since 2012, and it just wasn't going my way. Labor spend, labor issues, and then I had a hobby business that I wanted to make my full-time, which was, me and my wife were I was into bodybuilding, men's bodybuilding, and she was into women's bikini as far as competitions. And we had a nutrition coaching company called The Natural Truth. And we had a competition team, and then we did nutrition for just general fat loss, muscle gain. And we were working on building an app and wanting to really scale that up. I was pitching our idea to, getting ready to pitch my idea to a local gym at that time. And in July, the busy season, Jeremy, my right-hand man at the time, came to me and, said, "Hey man, I'm going to go full-time into school." And I immediately was like, man, this is, I've got to figure something out. And my idea was, okay, I really want to go full-time into Natural Truth. It's something I want to do. And so what my idea was, what I wrote up was a contract, an offer for Jeremy to earn equity in the business in the form and by sweat equity. It's like a 2-year commitment, obviously do his schooling, but also manage the business. And then in that 2 years, if he dedicated his time, he would have earned 10% equity stake, and then we would have worked out a deal for him to purchase the business. And I wanted out of it. So he decided that he was going to work part-time. He didn't want that, he was young. He was probably, what was he? Is he 25 or 26? I think he's 25. So he was 23. Wasn't sure if he wanted that commitment. Plus, it was a struggling business. It wasn't like a slam dunk home run. Like, yeah, it's a no-brainer. So he's, decided to work with me, and then a couple months go by, and that class session ended. Things were going pretty well. I think 3 months later, I had found Mike Andy's channel, was checking him out, sharing the information with Jeremy. We ended up going to Landscape Summit, not even 6 months later, in January 2020, implemented pay for performance, revolutionized our business in 2020, made it profitable, started seeing light at the end of the tunnel. And it's just kind of cool seeing that document, remembering emotionally where I was, feeling defeated and wanting completely out of it. And now where we are now, that year, 2019, the end of that year, I know we did 400,000, spent 409, and we didn't do pay for performance that year. Learned about it through Mike Andy's, went to Landscape Summit, came back, fully implemented it in February 2020. We did a little over $700,000, not much of a profit, but a profit. And this year we'll end a little over $1 million. Again, not much of a profit, but a profit. And so we're getting to the scalability, the size with what we have going on, the overhead. Myself, Jeremy, and Jesse, that we're setting ourselves up next year to earn a healthy profit, have all our debt paid off. So it's crazy how the Lord works. And I can remember that gym that I got a yes from the owner of the gym to implement our our nutrition system with their training system and be their contract nutrition provider. He said, "Hey, just work it out with the general manager." So I was like, "Yes, this is going to happen." And then the general manager basically blackballed me, and it didn't work. So thank God though, because I put in the work as far as all that time with what was Fine Lines Landscaping, and just that little bit of extra time. It was really the information from Mike Andy's. I can't say enough what Augusta has done for the possibilities of this business. I thought a $10 million landscape company was was my big goal. It was my BHAG, my big, hairy, audacious goal. That's what I wanted to do. And now, and you know, people would have decently benefited from that. Myself and Jeremy, we're now partners. We would probably always ended as partners, even with that goal. There might have been some middle management, but the opportunities now, what the Lord has, you know, opened up, and what Augusta has opened up, is a much hairier goal, a much more audacious goal. You know, the next 10 years, we've got it written down on paper, you know, so I can't just, you know, say, oh, well, I didn't really mean it. You know, we've got a goal of having 21 locations, grossing $20 million, and having 21 general managers with the ability to make $150,000 a year. So that, by unlocking that information, as far as what the Augusta system, what listening to Mike Andes unlocked, was it took a defeated mentality and just, you know, I couldn't figure it out, and unlocked it, and it magnified the potential of even my biggest dreams. So super excited about it. And you know, if you're in that situation where you feel defeated, you feel like a cloud is over you and you cannot escape it, do the work, find a way out, and at least do the due diligence of exhausting all your options. And I'm so glad I did, and very happy. I feel very blessed to be where I'm at. Definitely not easy, you know. Not like I'm paying myself anywhere near what I would like to, but I fully believe in the mission. I believe that if I keep moving forward on the path that the Lord has opened for me, I keep putting this equity in, I know that this investment is going to pan out, and it's going to be how I'm going to be able to provide very well for my family. So thank you all so much for taking the time to listen, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Hope y'all have a great evening.